Hello, my hearties. A very good morning to you. It's just me, Scottie McClue, and I thought I'll pop up and just see how everybody's doing. So hi to every single one of you. Tremendous stuff. 2 minutes past 11 o'clock on Sunday, the 5th of November, and a very warm welcome to you, 5th of November 2023. And you think, why is he putting in the year? We know what the year is, but you'll be amazed how quickly time flies. And I get videos popping up saying, on this day. And I look at it, and sometimes it's 2 years, 3 years old. So I thought if I just tell everybody, then at least people know what's happening. Dinky-Doo, if you've never seen me before, then a very, very warm welcome to you and a very good morning to you. I am Scottie McClue. I'll spell it for you, capital S, small C-O-T-T-I-E. That's the Scottie and the McClue, capital M, small c, capital C-L-U-E. Scottie McClue. There's Othello saying Rangers or Hearts to win today. Well, I think one of them will definitely win. I predict that. So see how I go on that one. That would be brilliant. There's the wonderful Peter Heron says, Guten Morgen, Scottie. Ja, guten Morgen, Peter. Nicht Deutsches sprechen. Ich bin ein Ausländer, nicht verstehen. There we are. Evening, Lord Duke of the D. There's Onion Bargy. And he's saying good evening because he's in Australia, down under, watching Scottie McClue live, saying Dinky-Doo to every single one of you. I say to you, come and join us as soon as you possibly can. If you're on the YouTube, a very warm welcome to you. Good morning, Scottie. This is the wonderful Tom Stevenson. A broad day. Dinky-Doo. Thomas, are you still in America? You haven't traveled overnight. We love Scottie, says 23D. You're very, very kind, 23D. Every single one of you, up to the top left with a finger, click plus follow Scottie McClue. If you've got a TikTok or a YouTube, you should be following Scottie McClue because there's no reason not to. Okay, there we are. It seems very silly to have the internet and not follow Scottie McClue. Why would you not? I say to you, I've never heard an excuse yet. Scottie, you are phenomenal. Kay Dunn, you are very, very kind. You are phenomenal. And thank you for joining us this wonderful, wonderful Sunday morning in the United Kingdom at 11:05. Scottie is the most distinguished Scot. Get rich or claim benefits. You are amazing. I thank you so much for that. That's his handle. Yeah. Hi, Dinky-Doo. There's a Rangers supporter saying hi. We were talking about Celtic on the videos last night. What speciality food can I look forward to in Caledonia? Onion badge. You can look forward to Scotch broth, Cullen skink. These are soups, by the way. What else can we offer you? Mince and tatties, fish and chips, kippers, porridge, a wee dram if you're not averse to alcohol. Kareem, good morning, Scottie. Feeling ill, the cold hit me again, and I thought I was getting better. Kareem, you need to strengthen your immune system and build up because you had that COVID. There we are. We are the people. Somebody says WATP. Tunnock's tea cakes, says Peter. Yes, so Tunnock's caramel wafers. We love it. Best fish and chips in Clydebank, the chip boat. Well, I used to regularly get my Saturday tea from the chip boat. I broadcast on Radio Clyde on a Saturday evening with the Clyde Cayley. And afterwards, I would pop over to the chip boat and have a wee fish and chip. Well, it was quite a big fish and chip. It was lovely. So there we go. Scottie, you forgot the unbeatable haggis that gets caught in the Highlands. Of course I did. What was I thinking? Haggis and neeps and beautiful fresh water. There we are. Scottie, it's called McGonagall's. Ah, got you, Brian. Good one. Thank you for that. Mr. Martin says, hi, Scottie. Now, Mr. Martin, I'm not going to read that out because that's just silliness. So, I don't know why you put that because it's not funny. It's not clever. It's not cryptic. I don't know what you're playing at. Guys, has everybody followed Scottie McClue? There we are. DINKY-DOO. No user 322. I am not. So there you are. But I have been involved in that area of education. So there you are. Onion Badger says smoked salmon. Oh, fresh salmon. Fresh salmon. Brown trout. Pheasant. Partridge. Oh, stop. Fillet steak. Aberdeen Angus. Stop it. Stop it. The whole lot of it. Black pudding. Scottish black pudding and potato scones. I tune in every time I see you're live. You're brilliant, pal. Have a great day. The user, you have a great day, and thank you for tuning in. It's growing phenomenally. We need to get, in fact, I would settle, here's a deal, guys. I would settle for 50 of you subscribing to the YouTube channel today. 50. 50. All you have to do is go to the TikTok bio, tap the link, subscribe, and come back. Stornoway Black Pudding. Yes, Stornoway. Hi from Northern Ireland. Good morning from Northern Ireland, my lovely friends. Where did you study, says Lewis? I studied at the finest university in the world. Glasgow University. There we are. User several user 322. There we are. DINKY-DOO. Scotty, do you know the legend, the Laird of Cucaddens, Mr. Jack McLaughlin? Yes, I do. Do you know, I was looking at Jack in a video yesterday, and Jack called me a while back now, and he asked me to be involved in something he was doing. And I was so maxed at the time. I said, Jack, I think you'd be best to have a word with the agent. And I should really just have gone and done that for Jack. So if he's still around, I would do. Do you prefer rugby or football, Scotty? I don't really know anything about football. And I don't know how much I know about rugby, but I used to play it. I was a tight head prop or a second row. Down first. There we are. DINKY-DOO, I say to you. Now, indeed. Gavin says he's a free Mason. I don't know what that would be, Gavin. I have very little knowledge of a Mason being free because my friend wanted the ashlars polished on the front of his country house, and it was £50,000 for operative Masons to come and repoint the polished ashlars. So there you go. So I don't know, but good luck to you, Gavin. Absolutely. Hampden soon, Scotty. Yes, so no booing during God Save the King. All right? Or you'll have McClue to answer to. So there we go. I tell you, Eggs Benedict, says Kareem. Yes, Kareem, build up. You're wonderful. I don't know, Kareem, if you're a big meat person or eggs or whatever, but good stuff. Oh, Eggs Benedict. Oh, what can I expect coming to Scotland? Guys, I love this. Wait till I read you this. Some comments in this live were filtered to protect the community's experience. Love it. That means that the wee Swanee trolls, bang, straight down the Swanee River with them. God Save the King from Northern Ireland. Well, I think all of Ireland would say God Save the King. Verse 6 of God Save the King is a disgrace. Well, imperial martial government, it hasn't been sung for 250 years. It was banned in 1745. It doesn't count. It was never officially part of the British national anthem. So I would forget that. There we are. Scotty, God can't save the king. Or his brother Andrew. But I don't think his brother Andrew is mentioned in the national anthem. But the king most certainly is. And God certainly saved his mother for 97 years. I doubt the South would. Oh, I think they would, Cincy. I know the south of Ireland very, very well. And they were great lovers of Her late Majesty Queen Elizabeth II. They realized that all this historical stuff had got very confused Do you support Palestine? I support everybody if they stop fighting. What did you have for breakfast, Scottie? Well, do you know, DD, I had lawn sausage and a fried egg. Am I bad? I say to you all, Israel, yes, you can support Israel, you can support Palestine, all these things, but they must stop fighting. I think if I was in charge of America, I would say to them all, if you don't stop fighting, we'll cut you loose. Okay? Are you a bit fruity? No, not really. There's quite a lot of sugar in fruit with the fructose. So I'll have the odd banana for the potassium, or maybe a wee helping of blueberries and fresh cream. Stop! I mean it, stop right now. So there you are. Mr. Martin says, which lodge are you in? Well, I don't drink alcohol now, but I used to be in Yates's. There we are. That's the breakfast of champions. Well, we have champions on here, you know. I'm not just an athlete. Aha, you're something else, Scottie. Thank you, Get Rich or Claim Benefits. That's very, very good of you. God save our gracious king. Long live our noble king. God save the king. So there you are. And then he adds, no surrender. You'll have to forget that, Mark, because I'm afraid you surrendered at Brexit. And also that's 101 years old, so you're a wee bitty behind the times, but I'll take God save the king from you. So there you have it. Good morning, Scottie. Good morning, Frank McElroy. How lovely to have you with us. And DINKY-DOO. Smoked salmon, says Kareem. What about smoked salmon and eggs Benedict? Too much? Too soon? I don't know. What words have you got for the new generation? New generation. You are fantastic. There we go. No stopping until Hamas, ISIS is gone for good. No more terrorists in Gaza. Northern Ireland. That won't make any difference at all. They need to get round the table. What's the topic? The topic today, Crosy Posy, is fireworks. Should we ban fireworks? Today is the 5th of November. Guys, I need about 10 of you on the YouTube to give me a thumbs up down the bottom left and to click subscribe. I want every single TikToker to pop over to YouTube. You'll get the URL. You just tap it. It's in the bio. Got to in the bio. Tap it and you'll get the YouTube channel. Just subscribe because it's growing. Do you think these Palestine people will ruin next Sunday? They better not, or they'll have done themselves no good at all. Sunday is for remembrance, remembering the fallen, of which many were Muslim, Indian, Canadian, French, you know, Polish, who else? Everybody, Russian, you know. Elvis says, you begging? No, I've never begged in my life, but I taught my dog to beg the other night. And then he got out and he came back with almost 20 quid. Oh, see what I just did there. Lest we forget, absolutely Northern Ireland, we salute you, lest we forget. I could pop on my Glengarry for you. Yes. Let you see that. There we go. Lest we forget. We'll pop that on for today, guys. Should women be allowed to drive even when they're not doing the school run? Well, I think, yes. I mean, it's just women are, they're built differently. I don't know if you ever remember a book about, what was it? Was it Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus? Bit of a news flash for you all this morning. Men are from Earth and women are from Earth. And they're built differently. And if you watch women reversing and things like that, do you know what I mean? Irish died as well, but the Irish won't wear the poppy. I don't know why they won't wear the poppy in Northern Ireland. Because a lot of them died in the First World War. And the recruiting poster for the First World War used to show Ireland and I think it was Scotland or the north of England, and a recruiting sergeant holding his hand out and a young Irishman holding his hand out and saying, "Step across, lad, and help." There you are. So there you have it. Hello, Roman Dinky-Doo. Oh, there we go. What have we got? O'Connell Street, Paul. There we are. Love you. Thank you very much, Cooper. You're very kind. They believe it to be a symbol for the British Army when it is to remember all who died. No, the British Army, the Russian Army, the German Army, the Polish Army, the Canadian Army, the Irish Army, you know, the Royal Regiments, you know, all that stuff. I said, you know, should men knit or leave it to the ladies? I think, again, you see, I think the ladies are faster at knitting than men. Although my friend knits, he's amazing. He knits commercially. He'll do you a tammy, you know, for the winter. A wooden toorie, a woolen toorie. I gotta check my teeth. A woolen toorie. This man knows his stuff. Respect. Well, we do in Northern Ireland. You shouldn't be up live on TikTok if you don't know your stuff. You shouldn't be up live on YouTube if you don't know your stuff or expect to learn it. There you are. What part were you part of the Holocaust, says Cooper? Well, you know, Isaac, I think directly or indirectly, we're all part of the Holocaust. Do you see what I did there? Yes, sir, exactly. Any plans today, Scotty? Jack, huge plans. I had to negotiate enough time to pop up to talk to you beautiful people. And as soon as we have to go, which will be in about, I don't know, it's so difficult to say. What about 43 minutes will go? We will remember them. Yes, we will. And Northern Ireland, join me next Sunday for the Remembrance Day tribute that we do on here. Hello, mate, Dinky-Doo. The Dinky is due to you, sir. The Dinky is of do's. So there's a lot of rubbish talked about Irish history. And yesterday we were saying, why do Celtic drag tricolours along to a football match in Scotland when they're Scottish and British and don't have any connection with Ireland apart from when they were founded, the priest had come from Ireland and some of the kids that were playing. Okay, sir, will do. Can you play me a song? I will, Cooper. I've got the squeeze box. I've got it here. Guys, let me know. Cooper's asked for a song. Let me know if you want a song, and we'll play you a song in the squeeze box. How would that be? Can I ask for followers on TikTok massively? Have you got a Balmoral bonnet in Scotland? No, Peter, I don't have the Balmoral. My father wore a Balmoral, and he also wore one of these without the checks because he was a Queen's Own Cameron Highlanders. So there we are. Morning, Scotty. Dinky-Doo. Cooper's followed us. Thank you. Can everybody get up to the top left, click the plus, and follow Scottie McClue? Guys, it's so important. You shouldn't really be on TikTok if you're not following Scottie McClue. I'm doing history, GCSE. Can you help? Yes. Isaac, what do you need to know? And I will tell you. What's the shield at the top? That's my old school. Probably the second finest school in the world. There you are. And its motto was Latin, Hinc vera virtus. From these gates comes true virtue. And I have to agree. So there, can you play gangster rap? Oh boy, can I play gangster rap? Yes, absolutely. So there we go. Fantastic. I can rap and I can jive, but right now I am streaming live. Celtic Football Club still covering up. Oh, yes, indeed. Well, we'll not go into that at the moment because we're not that kind of program. Rangers didn't allow Catholics to join for decades. That also makes it sectarian. Yes, but they did. I mean, it was my agent, I think, that signed the first Catholic for Rangers, or had him signed. So there we are. Lol, DINKY-DOO. Mark's laughing his head off here. Absolutely. But remember, Catholics and Protestants are exactly the same religion. Exactly the same religion. So there you are, DINKY-DOO. There's somebody saying they fancy me. I think you need to get down to the opticians. But thank you. You're very kind. There we go. Don't play it too loud. Play what too loud? Gangster rap. Good morning, everybody. Scotty, I love your content. Can I get a shout out for my good pal? It's his birthday. Well, Mark, I don't think we can shout that out. What a funny name your pal has got. I think maybe the predictive text has taken over. I think all orange walks and halls should be stopped. Give the space to the homeless. No, I don't think so, CJ. This country, when I say this country, I mean Scotland or England, Northern Ireland, Wales. These 4 countries, yes, because there's no such country as Britain, you see. Did you know that? It's a landmass. And this country, Scotland, prides itself on religious tolerance. So I would say let the orange people, I can't say orange man nowadays, can I? The orange people have their walk. Let them commemorate stuff that happened 333 years ago. Yes, I had to check my mathematics there. Morning to you from Baillieston, Mrs. Lannery. Lovely to have you with us from the Ston. There we go. So, no, the halls, the orange walks, all that, because they stand for the crown and the Bible. And I think that everybody, regardless of race, creed, or religion in the United Kingdom, should stand for the crown and the Bible. So from that point of view, do you see what I just did there? So I'm not pro-orange, anti-orange, 7 shades of orange. I'm not any of that. All I'm telling you is the facts. McClue has no agenda. Isn't that so beautiful? And that's why I am so popular after 40 years of broadcasting in television and radio. I doubt there's a radio station or a television station in the land that wouldn't secretly like to have Scottie McClue on their station, but they're not sure how to go about it. So all it takes is one phone call from one very switched on programmer, and these stations are in business. Woo! Whoever has McClue has the market. The most famous saying in the British media, soon to be worldwide media. There we go. I say to you. Now, somebody says, can you play gangster rap? I can, Cooper, but Mr. Martin says, don't play it too loud. History belongs to Jesus. Well, I wouldn't say Jesus is necessarily history. I would say Jesus is present day. Now, at the moment, because we're in the last days of the world, according to the good book, Jesus is just holding off at the moment till the baddies do their worst, the evils. Once the evils have attempted to do their worst, they will be wiped out in entirety, the whole lot. And then Jesus, who dwells among us now in his risen power, will emerge as the Messiah. Written about by George Frederick Handel. And Israel in Egypt by George Frederick Handel. I have sung both the Messiah and Israel in Egypt in the great cathedrals of this country and others. So there you are. So I see what you mean. History belongs to Jesus. He is a historical figure, but very much a present day entity. a spirit who dwells among us. What about that, guys? Everybody with me on that one? Can I have 10 of you make the pilgrimage over to Scottie McClue's YouTube channel? You'll see you can tap the link in the TikTok bio after you've followed, and subscribe, and tell me when we reach, what are we looking for today? Tell me when we reach 4,800 subscribers. All right? Tell me when we reach that. Can you guys? And can all you beautiful YouTubers give me a thumbs up down to the bottom left? I want your comments. Should we ban fireworks? Can everybody on TikTok follow Scottie McClue? Follow as soon as you can. Jesus, his story. Yes, Crosy Posy. That would be some book. Yes, indeed. Although, what am I talking about? I think the New Testament would suffice. And it would certainly be a bit of what could we say? A bit of a warm-up for the full autobiography. Being orange isn't a religion. Mark, we never said it is a religion, but it tends to be part of, what can I say, a reformed religion. Yes? In other words, they tend not to adhere to their Roman Catholic roots. Do you see what I mean? So when you were having your orange battles, yes, they brought over a Protestant king married to the daughter of a Catholic king. And the first king of Britain, James I of England and Scotland, James I of England, James VI of Scotland, both England and Scotland, he took over both crowns, so the crown is effectively Scottish. And he was baptized Roman Catholic because his mother was Mary, Queen of Scots, Catholic. So why would Celtic people not love the crown? Why? Why would Irish people not love the crown, do you see? Because the original roots of the monarchy, going back 2,347 years, were Celtic. So the monarchy is of Celtic origin or Celtic origin. So I think we'll need to speak to the powers that be and say that Celtic Football Club should maybe become the Royal Celtic Football Club. I think we should start to ban Union flags and tricolours at Old Firm games and have either a blue flag or a green flag or no flags at all. What do you think? There we are. Scotty, I pour double cream on my cornflakes and then I add the ice cold milk and it tastes like breakfast when we were in the 70s or when the birds beat us to the gold top. Do you remember that? The blue tits? The blue tits got the milk. The tits got to the milk before we did. So there we are. So when you're saying being orange isn't a religion, I would like a staunch orange person, if there's such a thing, to comment on that and say, what religion would you associate with the Orange Lodge? All right? So that's your homework for this week, guys. How fantastic am I? There we are. I've given you all homework. Celtic Football Club and their fans are chasing one of their Israel football players out of the club. I don't know about that, Northern Ireland. I wouldn't comment on that, I say to you. So there we go. What have we got here? Do you like Iron Brew? Yes, I do. Northern Ireland, Britain is an archipelago, not an island. Well, that's interesting, Peter. Yes, you're right. So there is an island of Great Britain, which is a landmass. There's no such country as Britain. So if you're British, then you stay on that archipelago. I like it. There's a wonderful Gillian has spoiled me, sent me presents. Beautiful, beautiful person. Guys, I need another 50 followers on TikTok, and then we need another 25 subscribers to the YouTube channel. In fact, I would love to say to you, let's go for 5,000 subscribers on YouTube. We've got 4,700 and something. Can somebody tell me? Can somebody on TikTok pop over to the YouTube channel and tell me how many subscribers we've got? So there we are. So Britain is an archipelago. Yes, it's not an island. The British Isles, not the British island. Why, though? It's irrelevant and brings nothing but hate with it. What does CJ? What are you talking about? There we go. Are you talking about football clubs? Are you talking about religion? Northern Ireland is in the UK. They were founded in sectarianism, which is why they are split. Yes, but I can remember King Charles, the present King Charles, met up, I think it was around 1969, with his great uncle David in Paris, Edward VIII, the guy that abdicated. And they got on, as far as I understand, I wasn't there, but as far as I understand, they got on very well. And Uncle David said, do be careful of the hardened Ulstermen, because that was where I had problems when I was king. The hardened Ulstermen. Now, as we know, Ulster is not Northern Ireland. Ulster is Ulster. Northern Ireland is 6 counties. Could I name them all for you off the top of my head? This is madness attempting this. No sensible broadcaster would attempt these things unless he's got it in front of him. So, Antrim, Armagh, Down, Londonderry, or some people call it Derry, they shorten it. Antrim, Armagh, Down, Londonderry, Antrim, Armagh, Down, Londonderry, Fermanagh, Antrim, Armagh, Down, Londonderry, Fermanagh, and Tyrone. Woo! See what I just did there? How good's that? 4,900, says Mr. Martin. Thank you, Mr. Martin. We need to make that 5,000. Guys, do me a massive favor, right? If you've got goodness in your heart, and I know every single person watching this has. I know that. It's interesting because these days when there's so much dislike, division, even hatred, sadly, of so many different things, this is why we need the Scottie McClue show, so we can actually discuss everything and bring us together. I was quite saddened because I was saying we need to bring Celtic Rangers supporters together because they're predominantly of exactly the same religion. They're from exactly the same city, from Glasgow. This is predominantly. And, you know, there's been a lot of humor, a lot of shared humor. There's brothers and sisters. So we need to bring them together. So I think we should be singing God Save the King at the start. No booing allowed, no booing, or we'll send you home. And also, I think, get rid of the flags. Let's get rid of the flags. Or a blue flag and a green flag. Genuine souvenir now. Genuine. There we are, outside the ground. I tell you, the flag sellers will love me if we do that. The little flags are in. And Auld Lang Syne at the end, joining hands, and get rid of a Rangers end and a Celtic end. Because that's where you get the fighting. Have them all standing together. Now, before you all start shouting at your devices and going, oh, that'll never work. Of course it will. It won't work with that attitude, but it will work when you all think, yeah, like it, Scottie, let's go for it at the next game. So there you go. I tell you. Now, what have we got here? Northern Ireland split down religious lines. Well, not really. Apparently, the North is now predominantly Catholic. Yes, and there shouldn't need to be any split. I mean, what are you splitting about? They're both Christian. So all the troubles and all the fighting and all that has really been, what are you playing at? You know what I mean? What are you playing at? I say, so I think that needs to be looked at. Personally, I care none for religion, but live and let live's what I say. Well, Mrs. Lannery, religion has never, ever, 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 ever caused a problem. And you know, McClue's right. Right? What does cause a problem, or can cause a problem, is a lack of knowledge and understanding of religion. So, if you, for instance, are anti-Catholic, go and study Catholicism until you know every single last nuance of it. And you will find that about 90% of it is the same as the Reformed Church. But the Reformed Church is not run from Rome and doesn't believe in an intercessor. And also the Reformed Church doesn't transubstantiate the elements, the body and blood of Christ. Yes, they see it as symbolic. Now, these are really very little differences, and there certainly shouldn't be any argy-bargy over it. You know what I mean? I'm just sorry I wasn't around in the 1600s to sort of teach these guys on the internet what it's all about. You know? I tell you. So there you are. Guys, I've got 1,700 likes. Can everybody start tap, tap, tappity, tap? I've got 20 red roses in a go. If anybody's feeling flush, I'll take a red rose off you. And I'll tell you why. It's because every little helps when we're saving up for advertising, for microphones, a camera. I can't speak in front of the camera and the microphone in case they hear me and go on strike. Sorry, my darling camera and my beautiful microphone. Don't you be listening to any nonsense. So there you are. Thanks, Mr. Martin. 4,900 subscribers on the YouTube channel. Let's make it 5,000 today. That will involve about another, I don't know, a couple of hundred of you or something like that. Going, yeah, I'll subscribe, Scottie. Because this is big, guys. This is huge. Bin the crown. Well, Mark, why on earth would you do that when it's the only thing that's left working in the Western world? Why would you bin the crown? It's our symbol of authority. You know, and remember, Ireland still has the crown. Although it's, having a republic at the moment, the Irish crown is still very much about. And the guy that founded Sinn Féin, Arthur Griffith, he was a big monarchist. He was for the monarchy. You see, so you need to look at all these things. Northern Ireland, absolutely. So there you are. Why on earth would you bin the crown? I don't know. I mean, there was King Charles in Kenya this week, and he was acknowledging the troubled past of imperialism and what have you. And, I mean, we've done that in Ireland a million times. And I know every single blade of grass in the Republic. And I know every single blade of grass. Well, no, I don't, because I haven't been to Belfast yet. How could I not have been to Belfast? I shall tell you. When I was touring Ireland, I went up to the Giant's Causeway, spent the night there, and then went to Ballycastle to get the ferry to Campbelltown. Mr. Blue Eyes, what are you doing? Guys, this most wonderful person, Mr. Blue Eyes, is going berserk with the red roses. And he's up at 100 red roses. So suddenly, my day has changed from 20 red roses to 100 red roses, 120. Mr. Blue Eyes, are you all Blue Eyes? Are you related to Frank Sinatra? So there we have it. Now, what have we got here? There's a guy spamming us. Northern Ireland, UK, I'll have to mute you because you're spamming us. There we go. I won't give you a lifetime ban because we got on Phase. Phase is now going bananas with the red roses. What are you guys like? Goodness sake. Now, history belongs to Jesus. We got that one. What do we got here? Wow, you certainly, Northern Ireland, you certainly have. I tell you. Thoughts on the genocide in Palestine? I'm disgusted by it. Absolutely disgusted. What have we done? We're 50% of target. Phase has just given me another 100 red roses. I don't know. What are you guys? Are beautiful. Mwah! Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Phase, thank you so much. Morning from Carrickfergus in Northern Ireland. Robert, how lovely to have you with us. Maria says, up the Royal Artillery. She's a big British Army fan. We salute the Royal Artillery, Maria. Thank you for that. There we Phase has gone bananas again. He's going another 100. Phase, what are you like? Good morning, Sausage Finlay. Good morning, Finlay. Good morning, says Aaron. Good morning, Aaron. How lovely to have you with us this morning. Oh, guys, what do you like? Mr. Blue Eyes is back and Phase is back. Guys, I feel even more humble than usual. 80% of target and still going with Phase and Mr. Blue Eyes. It says here, 80% of the live goal. Maria says, up the International Royal Artillery. There we are. Thank you, Maria. We salute the British Army and we thank them for keeping the peace. I'm taking a lazy day. I threw my back out yesterday. Why, Aaron? What was wrong with it? You could have had it fixed. Guys, between Phase and Mr. Blue Eyes, look. Can everybody see that? Can everybody see that? Thank you. Guys, you know, I find this emotional. Oh, my goodness. You're a legend. There's somebody talking about the United Drama Academy. What's your favourite of the classical books? Pride and Prejudice. I actually lecture on Pride and Prejudice, guys. So if anybody wants a lecture on Pride and Prejudice, McClue's your man. Phase, what are you doing? He's still giving stuff. You're a legend. No, Mr. Blue Eyes, you are a legend. What a beautiful thing to do. A Scottish treasure. There we are. Maria. That's 101 years old. Your day came 101 years ago. So you need to go and start to learn proper history and not some of the rubbish you've had your head stuffed with. I'll say it again. You're a broadcasting legend. Grampian continuity to TikTok legend. Peter Heron. I thank you. Can you remember that? Do you know that's 40 years next year since I went to Grampian Television? Wonderful, wonderful announcers there. Lovely staff, lovely, lovely, lovely people. I was thinking about them this morning. So there you go. What regiment were you in, sir? Aha. There we go. Are you saddened by the way the radio industry has gone? Well, Scrappy, I'm not saddened in that it's owned by a German company and a London company, the bulk of it, and mainly London-based people. And it's making a lot of money for these people, but there's very little local radio. The BBC, I believe, have weakened in the department of local radio. And that's not good, because local radio is so important. Faisy, what are you doing? Faze the Legacy, guys, is sending me every kind of gift that TikTok have. You people are just, I really genuinely, it's quite emotional, guys. Faze is sending everything, everything. My goodness me, Faze, please. Sparklers, Pinky Promise, Flame Heart, Pudsey Bear, Finger Hearts, TikToks, Red Roses. My goodness, stop, please. Faze, I worry that you'll bankrupt yourself. Please stop. Guys, I need another 50 followers. Get following on the TikTok and tap. Let's get the likes up. We're sitting at 2,400. We had 10,000, 11,000 the other day. But the most likes I've ever had on 1 hour of TikTok was 36,000. People had tapped 36,000 times in 1 hour. Guys, begging for a favor. Wow, what a Mr. Blue Eyes. Pleasure to see you as always. See you again soon, legend. Faze, you are the legend. Kenny says, all because people have woken up to BBC propaganda and the royal lies. Well, Kenny, I will take the propaganda word, but I don't know about royal lies. I think that's a bridge too far. But the BBC really were compromised at the time of the Iraq War, and 10 Downing Street won the day because the BBC were trying to tell the people the truth, and Downing Street were unhappy with that going out at the time of the Iraq War. Now it's all regrets and stuff, but they couldn't say it. So the Downing Street PR people fought the BBC on it, and they won the day. But what a hollow. I can't even call it a victory. And this has been going on since 1922. So to give you a little bit of background, John Reith, Lord Reith, the dog behind you called after Lord Reith, John Reith set up the BBC as the British Broadcasting Company in 1922. There were 4 in the staff. He was the general manager. All right. And they wanted to conquer the airwaves. They realized that everything is frequency and radio waves, and they had to get a grip on it. So they set up the BBC, and it had shareholders. Can you imagine having shares in the BBC? I think it had 6 shareholders, of one of which was, if I remember right, Metropolitan Vickers. And did Marconi have shares in it as well? I think there was lots of stuff. I would need to look all that up. But anyway, it was a long time ago, 1922. And then Mr. Blue Eyes, what are you doing? He's sending me confetti. You tried to tell me something, Blue Eyes. And then John Reith incorporated it and turned it into a corporation. So there you go. But the license fee was through the General Post Office. So on the original board of the BBC would be the Postmaster General and a few, what they called the great, the good, and the worthies, Lord this and Lord that. Now, that was him. And then John did that till 1935. So he was 13 years in charge of the BBC. And the general strike, there was a run-in with the government. He had a run-in with Churchill. Churchill tried to bribe him with his own money and said, I'll give you £100 of my own money if you'll let me broadcast. And he said, no. He said, the BBC is not for sale. Anyway, that caused a feud which went on till Churchill's death. And it was a shame. I felt very sorry for Lady Reith. Reith was not a particularly good father and husband. He was a wonderful industrialist. And he wouldn't let Lady Reith go to Churchill's funeral. You're live on Scottish Phone In. Who's that?
Good evening, Scottie McClue. How are you doing, my friend?
Who is that? Martin, how lovely to hear you. DINKY-DOO.
DINKY-DOO to yourself. I'm in Glasgow at the moment.
Uh-huh.
Walking about the shops at the minute.
Martin, this is wonderful.
Shopping.
You're Christmas shopping and you're watching Scottie McClue on your phone.
Yes.
I love it. Have you told the shoppers?
No.
If you tell the shoppers, I'll bet a few will gather around you.
Oh yes, good. Aye. Scottie McClue, indeed. Aye. How are you anyway?
We're very well, Martin. We've had the most wonderful show this morning. Outstanding. Good. And the generosity of the TikTokers and the YouTubers, you know, I mean, just incredible.
Yeah.
You know, incredible. Absolutely incredible, Martin. I find it very moving. Hiya, how are you getting on, Emma?
I'm good, are you?
Yeah, are you having some lovely time in the shops?
Oh, yes.
Has Martin had his birthday present?
Oh, yes, he did.
I love it. Have a gorgeous day, guys.
Yeah, and you. DINKY-DOO.
DINKY-DOO.
My own birthday was very, very good, Scottie, 3 days ago.
Oh, lovely.
I got 20 vinyls for my station, so loads of vinyls now.
Martin, that is fantastic. Well, let me know and we'll tell the nation about it.
I will. Okay.
Oh.
Okay, Scottie.
Top man, have a lovely day. Thanks, Martin. Love you loads. Bye-bye, la. There were, that's Martin and Emma, a lovely young couple. And they're, well, young couple. Martin was 43 days ago. And he started an online radio station. And he's got vinyl. He plays vinyl. And there's a big comeback in vinyl. Guys, can you all subscribe to the YouTube channel and follow me on TikTok now? Here's Kenny. Love your knowledge, Scottie, but open the bigger book on the rolls. That's what younger generations say. Kenny, I know the whole story. I know the whole story. But the monarchy's been with us for 2,347 years. I think it's 49 years now, actually. So I've been saying that for about 2 or 3 years. There's somebody saying Rule Britannia, but they've spelt it wrong. They've spelt it Brittania. So it's actually 1 T, 2 N's. Try that. Rule Britannia, 1 T and 2 N's. So you've got Rule Britain and then another NIA at the end. Good morning, Scottie. Hello from Switzerland. Daniel Taylor from Switzerland. How lovely to have you with us. I love Switzerland. I've always felt the flag is a big plus. You know what I mean? When it comes to Switzerland. Now, God, can't believe the time. Hello from Fife, Ken Russell. Lovely to have you with us. My telly works fine without one, says Peter. Scottie, do you agree with a license fee? My telly works fine without one. I think the license fees days are numbered. And I think the fact that the BBC has surrendered some of its independence to politics. People are going off it and just actually not watching. But then television has a very dodgy future. If they don't start putting on Scottie McClue on a television channel quick, they will lose their core business. Mark my words. Young people are leaving television in their droves. Why do you think Scottie McClue is on YouTube and TikTok? You know, are you excited for Christmas? Beside myself. Absolutely beside myself. See, I tell you, have you ever been to Lark Hall, Scottie? Mr. Blue Eyes, I have spent a day in Lark Hall going the length of the main street. I love it. Lark Hall, of course. I used to go to Lark Hall all the time. And one of my dear friends is a Lark Hall man. And we'd go and pick him up and go out for the evening. Tremendous stuff. So there we go. A good Lark Hall night out. I tell you. Guys, I need more followers, please. Another 25 will do us for today. 25 followers. I don't know what to say to all you beautiful gifters. Thank you for your lovely, lovely gifts. Can everybody follow? Thank you, Mr. Blue Eyes. Now, Mr. Blue Eyes, if you'd be so kind as to subscribe to the YouTube channel, you'll see the link on the bio in TikTok. You just tap it and the whole YouTube channel will come up. We're also on Rumble. So put in Scottie McClue on Rumble. We've just started. We've gone live a couple of times just to see what's what. I went down to a famous optician's the other night, just to see what was going on. See what I just did there? Scottie, you should have your own channel on TV. Do you know, Peter, that's a thought. If there are any millionaires or billionaires as it is now, since the inflation clobbered the £1 million, and you want the Scottie McClue channel, I think it would do very, very well, I'd say to you. There you go. I'll look into it. I'll see what's involved. Might manage to do it myself with, raise it on the, because I've got a GoFundMe, a GoFundMe. You'll see the link to it on the YouTube bio. If you go up to the top of the YouTube channel, there's a link, and that takes you to the GoFundMe. And if anybody's feeling flush, we'll start our own telly channel. That could be the future, guys, for you, because you think about it. Radio is owned out with Scotland. The radio station I work for, Scott FM, owned by Scots, run by Scots, for the benefit of Scots. Isn't that beautiful? Now, we're not seeing that again. Guys, everybody get following up to the top left. It's foolish not to follow Scottie McClue. And I need another 25 of you. No, I'll settle for 20 because we've just had 5. So another 20 followers. Lark Hall, the best place to pick up a bird. No taxi. They walk everywhere. Well, you see, the Lark Hall people promenade. Lark Hall's got that kind of nice, wee old-fashioned touch about it. Good manners, reverence, respect. Some of the houses going back to, about 1690. Incredible. There we go. I say to you. Now, follow us as soon as you can, guys. Kenny's laughing his head off. Yes, we know all about it, Kenny, but it's the crowd. You see, what you've done there, Kenny, and no disrespect, I can see exactly where you're coming from. You've got caught up in the caliber of individuals who will have weaknesses. But the one good thing about these individuals, they are the curator and the custodian of the crown. But remember, they are human beings. Do you know what I mean? And how can I say, bringing a child up with a sense of privilege has got its drawbacks. Do you know what I'm saying to you? I see what you did there. Did you see what I did there? You started it, Scottie. I want to comment. No, Kenny, it's not a question of starting it. These things are worthy of debate and discussion. So there you go. Do you like Muslims in Scotland? I like everyone in Scotland. Scottie, I used to listen to you all the time as a kid. I even called in once. I love you, big guy. Big Dukes. How lovely to have you with us. We need to go. We're out of time. Love you guys. Ta-ra, lads. Oh, I can't believe it. I just looked at the time there. Beautiful TikTokers and beautiful YouTubers. Please all get subscribing. We're going to have to dash. We're going to have to dash off. We are out of time, but remember to stick out your tongue and say ta-ta. Ta-ta. Now's your big chance. Try it again after 2. 2. Ta-ta.